Now, greylisting typically refers to the action taken by the international bodies such as the Financial Action Task Force to identify jurisdictions that have strategic deficiencies in their regimes to combat money laundering and terrorist financing. With that, you know that back in February of 2023, for South Africa was grey-listed, and this is something that, of course, want the investors to be cautious when they are bringing or when they invest into our country, which is something that is not good, something that does not bring much investment or will have an impact into the investments that come into South Africa. Now, South Africa has been working, or the South African government has been working to try to resolve these issues that were picked up or that they need to solve or resolve to get back to the good books, to come out of the list of these countries that are grey-listed by the Financial Task Force. Grey-listing can implicate quite a number of things like a reputational risk in economic impact, increased scrutiny and access to international finance, pressure to reform, and technical assistance. And like I said, our country has been working so hard to come out of this list, which was officially announced on the 24th of February 2023 to say that, of course, it is official that South Africa has been grey-listed. Now, based on the recent article or latest news that is making me to do this video today, is that by this October, South Africa could be coming out of the grey-listing list. There are two issues that apparently South Africa is working on, which would conclude or address all the issues that cause them or make them to be grey-listed. Our president, during the State of the Nation address, he also touched base on this issue of grey-listing to say that they are working so hard to get out of this list of grey-listed countries by the Financial Task Force, which is an international institution that put us onto this list. Now, not only does this make it difficult for investors to come and invest into our country, but even us, when we go out and borrow money in the World Bank or in other international financial institutions, it becomes very difficult for us to access money, which as a result, it will end up hurting us or hurting our economy, because of course the government needs to borrow money time and again, which this grey-listing makes it difficult not only for investors to come and invest into South Africa, but it also makes it difficult for us to go and borrow or lend money outside. So knowing that by this October we could be seeing South Africa coming out of the grey-listing countries list, it is good for South Africa as a country, and I must say we look forward to that. So what is needed is the South Africa to just address the outstanding issues, and by this October we will come out of this list of countries that are grey-listed. So I am happy, I am excited, and I thought I'd come and quickly give you this news because I realized that it's one of the things that we once discussed some time back on my other channel. I once discussed this, and knowing that right now we could be potentially coming out of this list, it is something that is good news to South Africa. It will open more opportunities, and with more opportunities will bring more economic growth, right? So tell me what you think about this. I think this is good news. This is great news to South Africa, and like I said, I thought I'd give you this news as soon as I read this wonderful article. There were already signs from the president to say that obviously South Africa is working so hard to come out of this list, which is a good thing. So I look forward to South Africa coming out of this list, because it will attract more opportunities to come into South Africa. The opportunities that we've been getting, the investments that we are getting right now, it could potentially lead into, of course, investments, or quite a number of investments coming into South Africa. Remember that South Africa falls under the countries that are emerging countries, which therefore means these are countries which there's a lot that is expected, and therefore even our economic growth or our GDP, it's supposed to be growing at 5%, which obviously based off the State of the Nation address, the 3% that was set by the president, it needs to be much better, or it needs to be improved, because with that 3%, yes, we will do well, or we can attract investors, but investors, or what will make investors to be really excited or to feel the urge to invest into South Africa, it's when we get out of this list of countries which are grey listed and we also see our economy improving. But one thing that is a headwind to all this is load shedding. You'll know that the country right now, it's currently on stage 4 load shedding. Load shedding is being implemented. Power cuts are being implemented to try to curb the generation units that died over the weekend or that just got damaged over the weekend. Hopefully they are being maintained or repaired. Very soon the load shedding or these power cuts that we are currently experiencing as a country will come to an end, and right now, and we go back to a place or stage where we don't have load shedding anymore. Otherwise this will have an impact into our economic growth, because you will know with load shedding that it's a lot of things that it impacts. It not only impacts you and me, but it also impacts the business, the day-to-day business of the companies that are operating in South Africa. And therefore, if they don't solve this as soon as possible, then it will of course end up making things to be worse, and we won't get even the 3% of course GDP growth that we are targeting, or that the president said we are targeting as the country. Otherwise, with all that, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that at least to get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. That's all from me. I'll see you on the next one, and God bless you all.